Okay, back. Open my chips. Chapter 13. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter was kidnapped. I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the minister doubts is now in bed, coughing. And I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. She types with just one finger. My darling angel. Oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing! Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? Why? Why would you do that? And why would you say that? This lady gives off bad mom vibes. A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess I didn't even notice you were gone. I didn't go out to play. Hang on. I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out this late at night. But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama. Yes, darling. Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Ellie. I hate you. It looks like this little girl was safe all alone. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development, too. Emily wants to call her father. Now, if I can just make use of that feeling somehow. That would surely bring the Justice Minister around. That would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Error notice. the majority of typos are like letter swaps and space swaps. Given that, I should figure out a spell check. The phone. Amelie, I told you couldn't call him tonight. Why not? Listen to me, Elaine. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about it, Mama? He's teaching you one who's the Justice Minister, you know. He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels. What do you mean, weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? For a second there, I was thinking she was gonna club Amelie with the wine bottle. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father. She's worse than the kidnappers. At least the kidnappers let her have a book and a juice. I hate you. I can hear you, you know. I'd better not put out the lamp right now. It will only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. If I want to give Emily a chance to use the telephone. I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. Oh goodness, look at the Timon. Oh goodness, look at the time. As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. Incoming red. Well, well. Having a good time, are we, little rodent? Sweet dreams. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? The artist for this game must have loved the rat gags. Oh heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this. Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well. I myself am not very fond of the dark. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills, thank you. She put it out in her wine. Ah, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. More rat abuse. What a naughty chandelier. The rat has no core. Guess we can't go back 4 minutes. That was close. Well, last time we were here, she thwacked the rat too. Oh, goodness. Look at the time. As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. But the same thing she said last time. The Lady's Dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? The poor thing, destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. So the value doesn't seem to do anything. So the vowel doesn't seem to do anything. It must have just been to throw the right. Oh no, guess we gotta try again. Nick? Amelie. Amelie, help me. Mama. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. Oh, hey. Here's to the weakness of my darling angel. That chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. If I recall, the novelist said she didn't like the dark. I don't want her thrashing around any more than she is already. I'd better not put out this lamp right now. Wait, what is going on here? carefully. Look, you see this? Help me, please. Groan. Sorry, I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too. That Cora. Mayma. What in the world is going on here? I thought the rat was dead. Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa. Okay, Mama. I'll only be a minute. Don't you dare, Emily. I won't have it. Don't you dare, Emily. Hello, Papa. Emily. Is that you? That one. There. Of course it is, silly. What did you think? But I heard. They said you were. No, never mind. It's nothing. Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa. Birthday. Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it? I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to me now, Mama. Oh, you're mean, oh, Mama. I mean your mother. What is she up to right now? About sixth in the air. Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment. Get me down. She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble. No, Emily. I'm the one who was wrong. Huh. Could you tell your mother I'm sorry? What do you have to be sorry about? I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now. Okay. You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see. Okay. But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize. Well, not exactly, the ghost did it. I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize. That's a good girl. Okay, Papa. Have a good night. I love you. I love you too, Amelie. Good night, sweetheart. Mama. I'm sorry. My goodness. Why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Emily. I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated. Yes, your father is very, very, very complicated and difficult. Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them. No, don't do that. They smut it. Maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that. Sack. Okay. Sammy Lee, if you're feeling a little more charitable toward your old mom. Do you think you could let me down now? You know, I would love to do that. But I need your credit card number. But I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Why not call 999 or 911 or 112 or whatever? If this game is actually based in the 90s, maybe those don't even exist. I know 9911 didn't exist in places that didn't have touch-tone phones. Here is to Papa and Mama's darling angel. All of a sudden, everybody is getting along again. It's such an abrupt change I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. don't know where Camilla is. But at least now that Justice Minster's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everybody's waiting for the prison van. Who's gonna be dead this time? The Minster's family now has their smiles and harmony back. But Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minster's office. Surprisingly, the minister brow is still just as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is gonna happen. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. You didn't do that. What did he do? Absolutely nothing. But one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? I hate to imagine what his stressed smile looks like. Why not? course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please, let me think in peace. Until the prison van arrives. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? For now. That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. That was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't think I have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known you know for quite a while now. But I had no idea they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known. Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others. A manipulator. What this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister. Why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation, so think back to the prison. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jode. Right. They don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison. You mean you never talk to your inmate neighbors? There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime. And both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible. The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. And the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to Myanmar. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. So why the heck were they in prison? But how could that be? The theory Unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research the theory. So they were just lab rats. That even worse. Look how this game treats rats. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act according to the inspector. First case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Omar? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory, too. How, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. All right, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanela can hear this too. There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator. I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. I learned the truth of that firsthand. What that is. A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. What's going on, Tiff? No, I mustn't. Wait, don't delve into the document. That's when it started. That when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. And my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh? Signing execution orders is a part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanilla's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to press that I had actually been controlled. So, in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose to quote it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. Her hair is a flower. Why didn't I see it now? If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. And then, with the kidnapping tonight. With it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator is upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. But a desk lamp is what exactly? Clearly that desk lamp isn't going around causing people to move against their own volition. And who rescued Camilla? What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight. But I never imagined that tonight. I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from. Inspector Cabineer. This manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit. As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What? What did you say? Jowd, don't tell me you can head this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. And those guards with no names in the background. ghost gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. He's gonna go throw up or howl at the moon or something. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir. Inspector. This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is... It's kinda difficult to explain. Who's dead? Cecil, if you're there, come to the park immediately. It looks like your help is needed, Cecil. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off toward Kemsick Court. The place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator. The person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Dodd's crime. The execution orders. And even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been? Manipulated into shooting me. Be right back.